Assignment explore the principle of averting harm and its precedent over achieving benefit in the context of Islamic finance. Islamic finance operate on principle derived from Sharia law, emphasizing ethical and social responsible financial practice. The principle of averting harm deeply rooted in Quranic teaching and Prophetic tradition, emphasize the preservation of human well-being and social welfare. Through a comprehensive analysis, this assignment examines the manifestation of averting harm in Islamic finance. It highlights the prohibition of interest and anti-ghoror, addressing their harmful economic consequence and the need of transparency and fair dealing. For introduction, Islamic finance is a way of doing business that is based on Sharia law. It focuses on ethical and socially responsible business practice. One of the main ideas that set Islamic finance apart is the idea of averting harm, al-darar, which is more important than getting personal or financial gain. This theory shows how important it is to keep people safe and help them and society be happy and healthy. Islamic finance include all kinds of financial action that follow Islamic rule, such as banking, investing, and insurance. This rule come from the lesson of the Quran, which is the holy book of Islam and the tradition of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. For the research objective, we are focusing on four objectives to complete this report, which are to identify the concept of medicine and its purpose, to discuss the application of medicine in Islamic banking and financing, to study improvement the contract of medicine in Islamic banking and practice in face of the issue, and to study the role of medicine in Islamic banking and its importance for the community. For the literature review, in Islamic finance, the principle of averting harm, darar, and preserving the public interest, maslahah, holds significant importance. It is generally understood that averting harm takes precedence over achieving benefit, both in literal and technical terms. This principle guides various aspects of Islamic financial transaction and governance. Literally, the principle of averting harm, darar, emphasizes the prevention of any potential harm or damage that may arise from an action or transaction. This principle is derived from the broader objective of Islamic law, which include the preservation of life, religion, intellect, progeny, and wealth. Averting harm is considered a fundamental ethical principle in Islamic finance, promoting fairness, justice, and the well-being of individual and society. Technically, the principle of averting harm is implemented through various mechanisms and guidelines within the Islamic finance framework. Next, literature review. Islamic banking is based on the idea that averting harm is more important than getting something good out of it. This literature study will look at scholarly work, research article, and other publications that look at the idea of preventing harm in Islamic finance. The review will give an overview of the research, point out the main idea, and show how different people see this concept. For the concept is ethical framework of Islamic finance. Many scholars have talked about the moral basic of Islamic banking, which focus on how important it is to keep people from getting hurt. Al-Gama 2006 talk about the moral foundation of Islamic finance. He said that the fact that interest, riba, and other hurtful practice are forbidden make the world more just and fairer. Sadiki 2006 looked at the moral goal of Islamic banking, focusing on the idea of avoiding harm to protect human dignity and the well-being of society.
So now we move to the findings and discussion of this topic. In Islamic banking, the principles of avoiding harm, which are dar al-mafasid and promoting benefit, jalb al-masaleh, paramount. Fair treatments and the well-being of individuals and society take precedence over personal and financial gains. The focus lies on ensuring fairness and preventing harm, emphasizing the importance of ethical consideration in Islamic banking practices. So these are the issue of the topic. The first one is the avoiding riba and gharar. Islamic finance emphasize the avoidance of interest, which are riba, and excessive uncertainty, which are gharar, in financial transaction. This ensures fairness, clarity, and compliance with Islamic law, promoting a system that does not exploit or disadvantage individuals. The second point is ethical investments. Islamic financial institutions prioritize ethical investment, avoiding industries and activities that are harmful or unethical, such as alcohol, gambling, and and speculative practices. This approach aligns with the goals of preventing harm and promoting social welfare and well-being. The third point is that sharing risks and rewards. Islamic finance encourage the sharing of risks and mutual gain through contracts like murabaha, which are profit sharing, and musyarakah, which are partnership, and ijarah, which are leasing. Such contracts ensure that all parties involved in a financial transaction uh, that share risk and reward, promoting fairness and preventing exploitation. And the last point of the issue of this topic is through research and risk assessment. Scholars and professionals in Islamic finance emphasize the importance of conducting comprehensive research and risk assessment. These proactive problems in financial transaction, safeguarding the interests of all parties involved, and ensuring adherence to principles of fairness and social welfare. So we have come to the conclusion of our discussion or our topic. So Islamic banking prioritize avoiding harm over personal gains, emphasizing social justice, fairness, and ethical behavior. So it avoids transaction based on interest and gambling, focusing more on investment that benefits society, while steering clear of harmful or unethical activities. Through risk assessment and due diligence emphasized to prevent harm, Islamic finance aims to create a socially responsible financial system that promotes fairness and social welfare, upholding values of justice. By prioritizing the avoidance of harm, Islamic finance demonstrates a commitment to ethical behavior, risk sharing, and the well being of individuals and society, setting it apart from a traditional finance. So, thank you for your attention, and thank you for uh, hearing this video, and I hope we can meet again in the future, and thank you for everything. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.